You still hollering? Damn. Thought I'd tell you once. Hey. I walked off, built mine, didn't need y'all. Stand tall, watch me while the weak fall. Stay mad, talk shit, run your damn mouth. I'm way gone, still eating, y'all still in a drought. I walked off, built mine, ain't no coming back. Y'all still fighting, over scraps in the pay. See, I ain't got an answer, I already spoke. Let the whole damn circuit watch the ropes choke. To my own road, put the work in the dirt. Now my name got them salty, yeah, I know that shit hurt. Every damn move, you watch it like fans. Talk my hand to scream, but never throw hands. Made my own lane, didn't borrow no shine. Now you wanna dress it up like the blueprint wasn't mine. What stop? You never wear they boots. You can copy every step, still can't fit the roots. Real recognize real, there's something you lack. Used to begging for approval, ain't never going back. I walked off, built mine, didn't need y'all. Stand tall, watch me while the weak fall. Stay mad, talk shit, run your damn mouth. I'm way gone, still eating, y'all still in the drought. Look, I ain't worried about opinions. They cheaper than the liquor at the corner store mission. Everybody got words, everybody act hard. To life hit them different and they leave another scar. You can scream, you can lie, you can throw another fit. I ain't losing 1 second over counterfeit shit. Whole damn squad, still living in my shadow. I'm out here making moves, y'all still stuck on the battle, that's sad. Real damn sad, y'all hate me so much, still copy every bag. Still copy every style, still copy every move. But you can't fake hustle, You either got it, or you lose. Let them talk, let them bark, let them bark, let them hate. Too late, I already crossed state lines. Y'all still parked at the same damn gate. I walked off, built mine, that's the only play. I walked off, built mine, I walked off, built mine, that's the only plan. Never needed validation from another grown-ass man. Stay mad, stay loud, keep saying my name. While I'm building something bigger, y'all still playing the same game. I walked on, built mine, that's forever. Y'all can chase my dust, but you never catch it.
What is going on, everybody? Good to see you. Appreciate y'all for being here. Hello. If you wasn't in Case's stream just a minute ago, you guys should probably go check that out after this is over. Wow. What a night. Good old prison calls. Gotta love some of those. Ryan's a bigger D-bag than what we thought he was. Wowzers. Crazy. What is going on, everybody? I appreciate y'all for being here. What up, Snooze? Copy that. Amanda, Ms. January. What up, Ms. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get comments on the stage before somebody else at me. There you go. Let's see here. What up, JP? Peachy Punch, as always. What up, Jennifer? Pink Warrior, as always. What up, Zeb? It's good to see you, Zeb. What up, Nick? Is there truth being exposed over here? Same truth that we all kind of knew. Some of us might have forgot, though. You know how I roll. What up, Just Ashley? Doty, Boss Lady, it's good to see you. Constance, as always. I appreciate you, Constance. I seen you over in Cases. I seen you, girl. I appreciate you. What up, Elcat? It's good to see you. Shorty Pie, good to see you as well. Nana C, is always a pleasure to have you. Carolina girl. I'm scrolling fast, guys. If I miss you, I do apologize. If you are a member, make sure you're throwing the earn emojis in chat. What up, Kathleen? It's good to see you, Kathleen. What up, Stinkbug, DJ? What up, Karen? Thank you for the 10 jewels. I forgot you can see those now. Bleak, thank you as well for the 10 jewels. Appreciate you. What up, Freaks? Good to see you, Freaks. Appreciate you. What up, Mags? Good to see you, Mags. Karen, what up, Karen? It's good to see you again, Karen. Appreciate you. What up, Peace Girl? Thank you for the 200 jewels. I appreciate you. First time virgin here. Well, thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Little Miss Angry Girl. Appreciate you. Yeah. Sometimes we have to use earmuffs, but they are around the corner. What up, AVN? Good to see you, AVN. I know Cinnamon's running around here somewhere. She was excited for this as well. There she is. I knew she wasn't that far. I knew she went too far away. What up, Allie? It's good to see you, Allie. Willow, it's good to see you as well. Doty, thank you for being a member for 24 months. More years to come of me getting on your Oh shit. Thank you, Doty. 24 months, an OG of the channel. Shout out, Doty. Thank you, Doty. What up, DJen? My PIC. What up, homie? All right, I'm coming back down to catch up to you guys. What up, Kels? Good to see you, Kels. Appreciate you for being here. What up, Mother Cats? Good to see you as well. Pippa, it's always a pleasure to have you. What up, Rosie? Appreciate you for being here. All right, guys. All right. So have a quick convo real quick. God bless America. Look at that. Member for 35 months. Oh, JP, you guys are literally neck and neck. Thank you, Zep. I appreciate you for being an OG of the channel. Look at JP coming in hot. 31 months, y'all. Holy moly. That is wild. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. As always. All right, conversation real quick. I wanted to go ahead and do this because it needed to be done. It seems I had quite a few people come to me and be like, hey, can we just have a flashback from the past? And I was like, yeah, sure, we can possibly do something like that. What up, Lady K? I'll reach out to you, Lady K. There's some issues and shit. I've been gone for a while, if you haven't noticed. I'm back now. Yeah, but I got you. So Ernest Mac Shell. Let me go down the list real quick. Stolen valor, has AIDS. If you guys want to help me out in chat, go ahead, throw it in the chat. Let's start making a list of everything that we know that Ernest Mac Shell is, so some of the new people here can understand who exactly I'm talking about. I'll name a few. You guys just keep going though. What up, Haiti? What up, Raindrops? Good to see you. We got stolen valor, fake bounty hunter, AVN. Thank you. Liar, snooze. That's a good one. He's got AIDS. That's another good one. He's a doofus. Another good one. Fake government special agent. I'll show that tonight as well. AVN. Fake ICE agent. Very true. Tar. Silicone sex butt. Very, very true. It's a long story with terrible. Holy shit. That's perfectly what it is. It's literally insane. Look, guys, there's a long history with this dude. I'm gonna 5+ years, if I'm not mistaken. And you guys, like I said, there's OGs in chat. Nicolina's covered Ernie for fucking years as well. Like, she's an OG of Ernie covering and everything like that. Like, so if I misspeak or something, correct me, please. Works with Homeland Security, but also trains their agents. It's funny. I've got a picture that I happened to come across tonight that I didn't remember I even had that we're going to review as well. Huh. Wonder what happens when you wear the shirt. Wear the badge, don't you? We'll talk about it. So, you guys correct me if I'm wrong in chat, but I wanted to basically go back and read some of the FOIAs because it's really disturbing at this point. What up, Wheels? That, by the way, hello, Redstone. I didn't say hi to you. It's really disturbing when you've got a guy that's done all this vile, despicable bullshit and then gets out of jail and 2-3 months later, all of a sudden he's a saved man and he loves Jesus and he wasn't getting nailed in the butt just like 3 months ago. And, he wants to find a missing girl, failed MMA fighter. I mean, the list fucking goes on. This man is a real life LARPer. He also has 19 kills in Siberia and is active duty during Desert Storm when he was 11 years old. This is all words that have come out of this man's mouth, you guys. I'm not making it up. There's literal, Constance Sue, great channel to go to. If you don't believe me, go do your own research. If you're like, this guy's full of shit, go over. Constance, you're in here. Drop your link, please. You're one of the best people to go to when it comes to Ernie history. It's all there. Y'all can be mad that I shout Constance out, but it's true. Ever since I was running around, it's the truth. Constance is the best place to go if you want the know-how. Okay. So I could go on for, I could make a whole show on just history, but I'm not here for that. I don't care for that. Shorty Pie says, wait, he worked with Homeland Security and receives EBT. I work at a convenience store and don't qualify. Make fucking sense. That's what we're all kind of here saying as well, Shorty Pie. Make it make sense. I would have to agree with that. He was. All you got to do is hashtag Ernie Shell. It's pretty simple. And actually, you hashtag that, and Nick's name does come up. So, I mean, it happens. Get over it. Be mad. I don't care anymore. My point being is I could make a literal list, an entire show of all of the LARPs and all of the crazy shit that this guy is now saying that he's going to find a missing child. The same LARP that he's done every single year. He gets out of jail and comes back. And I'm going to say it, and it's going to hurt people's feelings, but I don't really care. And you idiots fall for it every single time. How stupid do you have to be to fall for the same fucking LARP day in and day out? That's really got to say something about your own character, in my opinion. I mean, be mad at me if you want, but it's the truth. Yes, this is the Unlock Your Reality. We're going to unlock his reality this evening, like I did months and months and months ago. So my point being, after all of this spiel about who the werewolf is, Ernest Mac Shale, right? My point being is, don't worry, sweetheart. I'll give you your content back tomorrow because I want nothing to do with this loser tragedy fuck. For somebody that sims off of a missing child, I want nothing to do with that. Trust me. Trust and believe. I just figured we'd revisit and hand an L. You know, sometimes I like to come back and hand L's out just real quick. Especially the good hard facts. You know what I'm saying? You'll get it. Don't worry. So, who am I speaking about this evening? This guy.
He is gay. He is a gay man. He can deny it all he wants. He's a homosexual person.
He is very, 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 very homosexual. So many, many months ago, would it be a year now? Chat, you guys could probably, I'm bad with dates. Has it been a year since he was in, had the Arkadelphia accident? I don't think so. Has it? Maybe it has. I don't know. I think it has, actually. What applies? Yeah, 9 months. I think he was in jail for 9 months, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so, a while back, Ernie was working for a company delivering stuff. And his claim, I don't know, his claim that, sorry, I was reading my phone. Oh, we are approaching a year. Thank you, Dejan. His claim was that he was carrying a paint sprayer in the back of his van, driving down the road, and I don't even really care about what his story is. He's seeing Jesus in his rearview mirror. Something happened. He drove off the road. A trash can rolled underneath the steering wheel of his foot. I don't fucking care, nor do I know at this point. It's been so long ago, but his story was absolutely absurd. Like, you could hear the story and be like, okay, yeah, you're definitely full of shit. Go. What quite Jesus he was running from, as we come to find out. Okay? JP's already laughing in chat because she knows what's about to happen. So, at this point, we're all kind of like, all right, like, we know Ernie's a real life LARPer, okay? Like, we know that's not what really happened. So I'm going to exit out of Discord real quick. If you guys message me, I'm not going to see it because I'm looking at my screen. Do we want to do the art? Let's do the Arkadelphia one first, I guess. I was going to read something else, but I decided not to. All right, so I'm getting ready to pull up on your screen here. If you give your undivided attention to your screen, and I'm only going to be reading the part that we all know that I'm going to be reading. Well, most of the OGs know. What up, Gathan? Oh my God. Hello, Gathan. It's good to see you. Appreciate you for being here, Gathan. It's good. Gay Thanos. Woo woo. You know it's a party when Gay Thanos snaps their fingers through the door. All right, so I'm just going to be reading the best part. You know, I could go through and show you that this is an actual FOIA. What up, Joey TCAP? It's the ghost. Pickles keeps whining about what it is. Yes, indeed it is, Joey TCAP. I would be the ghost that La Jessie, as I like to call her, because I'm like, I don't know if you know La Titty or not, but I like to call her La Jessie because she's just as crazy as La Titty. We might cover some La Jessie tonight towards the end as well. Yep, that's me. You've found the channel. It's good to see you, homie. I appreciate you for being here. We're actually covering this guy actually says he knows. This is wild. I forgot about this. This guy says he's best friends with Chris Hansen. Okay. This is Chris Hansen's literal best friend. Like at times, the guy I'm covering right now, he gets off of a live stream and he'll actually call Chris Hansen and be like, "Hey Chris, this is Ernest Max Shell. Yeah, I just busted like 4 predators, even though I just met him at a park and then let him go. I didn't really bust anything. I didn't do anything, but hey, nice to yeah, this is the same guy. By the way, let's go ahead and read his FOIAs from when he had his accident and find out what really happened, shall we?" On August 2025 at approximately 2:53 hours, county deputies, and I'm looking at this on the small screen, guys, and I'm illiterate as fuck sometimes, so don't hate me, were dispatched to the intersection of Highway 51 south of Highway 67 south in reference to a vehicle accident. Now, I actually like covered like, yeah, it's real legit. I actually covered exactly this intersection and everything like that in a previous live. You guys want to go see more details into that, you can go. It's in my live section somewhere. No clue what the title is, but it's there. I'm sure it's got Ernest's big ugly face on it and his busted tomato. Thanks, Snooze. Excuse me. But I covered it in detail. I showed the intersection of where the accident occurred, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not going to go into detail. Okay. Just here for quick go. Upon arrival, a subject began fleeing, running down the middle of the road with one shoe and shorts on only. One shoe. What is this? What is this? Yes, this is a FOIA. This is the FOIA, Sandy. What is his obsession with not having either 0 shoes or one shoe on? Like, it didn't say he was like, he had one shoe on and a sock. No, it was just one shoe and shorts. Like, they have to be pretty detailed in these reports. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm a cop walking up to that, I'm going to remember small details like, this dude had one shoe on, a green sock on, no other shoe, was running around in some boxers and no shirt on. Should we tase him? That'd be my first question. One shoe. What is his obsession with that? What? Just imagine. Wait, guys. Just imagine this running down the road at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you'll find in a second that this guy acted like a McNut. So this McNut didn't get his McNuggets from McDonald's.
Nah, he done surpassed McDonald's. Why does his feet keep eating his shoes? That's another very good question. If your feet was the literal beginning of HIV, yours would eat your shoes too. Like, that's where it started. We all had it completely, is busted tomato. We all had it completely fucking wrong. Completely wrong. That's the start of the HIV epidemic, is Ernest Shell's feet. Wish I was kidding. The suspect was ordered by Deputy Chase to stop running. Stop running! Or we're going to tase you. The subject took off and started running again. So Ernie's running down. He's having a highway run, which he's had 3 highway runs in the past, guys. 3 highway runs. And when I say highway run, let me explain what a highway run is. He gets all doped up on meth, runs down the highway, says that his brother that is in prison for the rest of his life is going to pew him, and he gets tased and gets teabagged on every single one almost, except for the one where he jumped into the Uber, freaked out on the Uber driver, and the Uber driver almost pew-pewed him because he thought he was going to steal something from him. He was going to rob him. Kerr, help me, Facebook, help me. Shelby Shell's gonna pew pew me. Yeah, okay. That's all video that we could pull up. If you guys don't believe me, just say it in chat like you're full of shit, Ghost, and I'll go pull the video up for you. Okay. The subject was caught on foot and taken into custody after threatening to tase him. Stop, sir, we're going to tase you! After telling him to stop running a second time, running down the highway and pretty much nothing. The subject later identified as, surely that's not him, Mr. Ernest Shell seemed disoriented and paranoid. Well, it's probably because he was methed out of his gourd. Shell was exhibiting dilated pupils, occupancies with bulging veins, and constricted muscles. Interesting. Shell was seeing people that were not present. So, like, Shelby Shell, which is in prison, okay? Shelby Shell, which is in prison, he probably seen Shelby. Shelby Shell's gonna pew pew me. I guarantee you, I'm surprised the cops didn't put that in the FOIA, to be honest with you. Ernest Shell said Shelby Shell, which brother is in prison for the rest of his life, was going to pew pew him. I'm so shocked they didn't put that in the report, honestly. Was he pretending to be Hulk? Ernie Smash! A dude's butthole. Get out of here. Shell was seeing people that weren't present. EMS arrived on scene, and while being evaluated by EMS, Shell attempted to flee 3 additional times. So picture this with me, guys. You finally get this guy, right? You're like, dude, we're going to tase you. You need to stop. So he stops, right? And you get him into custody. You got EMS looking at him, right? You're looking at this van that's just destroyed. It's annihilated. This van is done, son. It's KO'd. It's done. And the cops are looking at this van and trying to figure out how in the flying did this dude even attempt to, he drove off the middle of an intersection, y'all. There's a stop sign there and there's no more road, and he just kept right on cruising. Okay, you guys know what an intersection is, right? Okay, you got a road going this way, and then you got a road that intersects with that road and has a stop sign there, and it tells you to stop, because if you don't stop, you're gonna drive off into fucking nothing. You're gonna drive off into the woods, basically. And guess what? That's exactly what he did. He is lucky he didn't. Thanks to Jesus, Shelby Shell, did their parents hate babies? Indeed they did. Just theirs. I mean, when you raise winners like Shelby Shell and Ernest Max Shell, I wouldn't be fans of my kids either. I'll be honest with you. That's the second van he's done that to. The first one, he pretty much, we won't go into that one. That one's a mess. Oh my God, that first one's just a mess. While attempting to inventory multiple bags containing various agency badges. What did we say earlier in chat, guys? Name badges. What do you mean badges? Like agency badges. Okay. Were located inside the vehicle, accompanied by a duty belt, black tactical uniforms, and masks. Further inventory of the vehicle was not possible due to the damage to the vehicle, the contents of the vehicle, and the condition of Shell. So there's no mention of any paint sprayer in here, first off. You don't see anything in here about some sort of machinery was in the back and it absolutely crushed him, like you said. No, you don't see any of that in there. Mind you, this guy says he's like, I got like 14,000 broken riblets. It's no bullshit. He literally was like, yeah, I've got 1,900 broken ribs and I ran down the highway. Yeah, because you were on meth, dog. And then the meth wore out and you were like, oh man, I should have smoked more meth. Come on now. I transported Shell to Baptist Health Arkadelphia for the injuries he obtained caused from the accident. Shell was not able to conduct SFST due to the behavior and injuries exhibited. I cited Shell and released him to the care of a Baptist. I made contact with Shell's employer, who has provided me with the dash cam footage where Shell was driving reckless, failing to maintain lanes, failed to stop at a sign, and speeding. I pause for dramatic silence because that is nothing what you fucking told everyone on YouTube. That is quite the opposite, sir. Quite the opposite. It should be noted that during the retention of Shell's fleeing attempt, both deputies come in direct contact with Sheet's blood and body fluids, exposing us to HIV contaminated blood. You have AIDS. Dun, 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 dun. You do. Other injuries consist of, he got his right arm and his right shoulder, nothing further at this time, blah, blah, blah. And you can see 9-3, blah, 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 blah. That's when we got it. Yikes. So you endangered because you were methed out of your mind. Now, mind you guys, this is the guy that's running around saying that he's going to go to all this law enforcement. He's going to do this and he's going to do that. And they're going to take him seriously. If you see this, and this is just the first one, wait till you see the second one. The second one's where all the good nuts and bolts are. So, you missed the boring one. This one's kind of boring. This one there's other stuff in here I could read to you. It's kind of boring. There's no point. The second one's where the real nuts and bolts is, because this really puts it into perspective. This is the same dude, same guy that's out there saying he's going to run around to all these other agencies. Snowflake says this is what happens when you smash a Shelby Shell HIV. You've got this dude running around with HIV, all these government agencies. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. Now, would you take, if you seen this, and let's just say you were sitting behind the desk, you were some detective, Ernie Shell just walked into your precinct. He wants to sit down with you and he wants to have a talk with you about a missing child. Now, meanwhile, this is sitting on your computer and you just finished reading it. Let me ask you a question. Would you take anything that dude said seriously after reading this? Want to be governor of Kentucky? Thank you, Kels. Forgot all about that one. Same guy that said he was going to be governor of Kentucky. Let's not forget that. Thanks, Kels. I literally almost forgot that. Would you take him serious? If you say yes, and let's be honest, if you say yes, that's fine. Type yes in chat. I'm not going to flame you. No. I'm going to simply pull up the other FOIA and let it speak for itself. Okay? And guys, this may not be a super long live. Okay? Because quite honestly, tomorrow's where the real nuts and bolts is. Tomorrow is going to be amazing. If you wasn't a case, as I'm just saying, you're going to get a prison call. Well, you're gonna get something. Okay, you're gonna get honey dicked from me, for one. Just promise me you'll want to see this. Trust me. If you're from the Gypsy Rose, trust me. And if you're not, even if you're from wherever, trust me, you're gonna want to see this. But the cops, yeah, this was all a big conspiracy, guys, from the cops. It's all against Ernie Shell. Ernie Shell's the closest one that ever got. Oh, that dude. That's the biggest troll I've ever heard in my life, and you idiots are falling for it. Out of my mind. Out of my mind. Okay, so can he run for governor without shoes? Well, he tried. He really tried. That's not the one I want. Where is the one I want? Where'd that one go? I don't think that's the one I want. Hold on, guys. I'm pulling up stuff. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is. Wait, what is this? Is it? Okay. This is a long fucking FOIA, guys. So just bear with me for a second. This FOIA is so long. I'm not trying to redox people. I'm not trying to. Dude, it's oh my god, it's such a long FOIA. Yes, there are doxes in here. Yes, I'm trying to skip over them. Okay, that does it. Okay, this is the beginning right here. Okay, so let me. I kind of don't want to open it in there, but whatever. We'll just do that. I don't know. Gross. Who uses Microsoft Edge? Gross. Hold on, guys. Bear with me 1 second. I'll get this. Let's open it with something else. Oh, all right. Whatever. I'll just zoom in. Just use the old zoom in. All right. Here we go. Are you guys ready? This is a tough one. This is so much, guys. There's so much bullshit that this dude did after fucking. Okay, so the story is Ernie was at this dude's house, okay? And he had EBT lube and he had a bussy and they were getting it on, basically. Ernie put himself, basically, in a nutshell, on a Grinder app. This dude found it. His name's Chris. If you don't believe me, you can go over to Nick's channel. Nick literally has an interview with the dude. Dude, they were fucking, basically. And Ernie has HIV. Let's not forget that. So hopefully that dude got tested. If not, yikes. Cole King, there you go. He literally named himself Cole King. Isn't that right, Ernie? Right? You're not blocked. You can come in chat and tell me I'm wrong, dog. You're more than welcome to. I'm just gonna laugh at you, but you can come and chat. You didn't last time we read these either. So anyway, they were doing the hibbity dibbity. Long story short, Ernie got meth out of his mind once again, locked himself into a bathroom with a little like pocket knife, if you will. And I demand a Chris interview. I don't know. We might be able to do something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. If it pertains to it, we'll get there, but I don't know. Maybe later. At a later date, if you will. So, see here. Ernie was doing the hibbity dibbity with Chris, locked himself in the bathroom with a pocket knife, and then some things happened. People did stuff. Cops came to Chris's house and basically pulled Ernie out. Ernie went to jail. Okay, and this is where we have this FOIA. Okay, so just long story short, actually, I should probably, let's put chat down here. You guys are going to be wide. Okay. So bear with me, guys. This is a long one, but oh my God, is there some of the best content you've ever heard in your life in this FOIA. On Saturday, January 31st, I was working 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., followed by 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. shift assigned to patrol as blah, 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 blah. Shift supervisor, Medway Park, blah, 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 blah. That morning, a Mr. Ernie Shell 12/31/79, that's your birthday, was taken into custody at 10 Winthrop Street. Chris kind of don't care. This is a FOIA, bud. Don't get mad. Following the report that Shell had a knife and was within a bathroom, which he was, we all seen, and the subsequent discovery that Shell, he was live on YouTube, guys. Shell had an outstanding full extradition warrant from the state of Kentucky, which is also true. At the time, he had a full extradition warrant from the state of Kentucky. That's no bullshit. Throughout the day, I worked the Riverside Emergency Services, Department of Mental Health, and Medway, blah, 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 to provide services for a petition of Section 18, order of emergency psychiatric hospitalization at 2 p.m. Ryan had spoken with DMHM, blah, 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 blah. Dr. State. Wait. This is the later one, isn't it? This isn't the... No. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. I was just making sure because there is another one. I was just making sure. Okay, so let's get down here. During the time between Shell entering cell number 3 and later being removed from the cell, he was observed through the department security cameras and checked with a key fob regularly. Shell defecated. He pooped. Okay, he pooped on the floor of the cell I'll say it one more time for you guys. Shell pooped on the floor of the cell, climbed up on the toilet, and utilizing his hand with shit in his hand. Okay? He poops on the floor, picks it up with his hand, hops up on the toilet, which there was clearly a fine working toilet right there, poops on the floor, picks it up with his hand, hops up on the toilet, smeared his own feces on the clear plexiglass covering all of the cell cameras. So every cell camera in there, he shit on the floor, hops in, get me some of this, jumps up on the toilet, and literally makes a finger painting of himself pooping on the floor. This is the same guy that you guys out here, you guys are like, oh, he's going to do it. Pause for the dramatic effect. I'll take how to get a psychiatric. Yeah, that'll get you one real quick, won't it, boy? That'll get you one real quick. Oh, but wait, there's more. Shell urinated all over the floor. So after he gets done pooping on the floor, smeared it all over the plexiglass where the windows are. I know, Virgo, me too. And then he hops down off the toilet and is like, what else can I do? I'm going to piss on the floor, even though there's a perfectly working toilet that I just stood on. Nah, I'm going to piss on the floor. Pulls his, and mind you, Chris said that he can't come. He dribbles. Okay. So he pulls, Professor Dribbles pulls his little schmeckle out and pisses on the floor. Okay. All over the floor. They made sure to say that. Shell urinated all over the floor. Okay. And at one point attempted to flush the cell blanket in the toilet to flood the cell. I turned off the water source for cell number 3 from the cell utility closet. Now, I know, guys, you're like, there is no way. Poop Casso. Literally poop Casso. There is no way. There's no way it can get crazier. But wait, there's more. Shell was observed in various states of manic behavior, covering himself with a blanket. Okay, so now he's wrapped a fucking blanket around himself and tied it around his neck like he's some kind of poop hero. Okay, he's Captain Poop Shoot. Captain Poop Shoot here to save the day. So now he's wrapped a freaking blanket around himself like he's some kind of superhero, hiding under. Hiding it under, at this point, I think the smell has fucked them up. So they can't even type it right. Hiding under it on the floor. Or pacing for extended periods of time on the bench within the cell. So he's not pacing on the floor because he's pissed on the floor. Let me make that clear. He's pissed on the floor and shit on it. So he can't pace on the floor because then he'll get poo-poo and pee-pee in between those fucking HIV picklets of his. Okay? I'm not making it up. It says it right there. He can't pace the floor because he's pissed and shit on it. So he's got to pace on the freaking. That's mind blowing. Mind blowing. He's pooped on the floor so much he's got to walk on the bench. Jesus. Let's see. Shell was observed urinating and defecating on the cell floor on multiple occasions. Oh, he just did it once. Maybe just twice. Maybe he really had to go. No. He did it multiple times. So he pissed and shit on the floor multiple times. It's not like he pulled his butt cheeks apart, pooped on the floor, turned around, pissed on it, and was like, oh man, that was all I had. No. 5.5 minutes later, he pulled his butt cheeks apart and literally blew a fucking load all over the floor and then was like, oh, wash it away with my pee now. Dude, this is the same dude that you're supposed to take, that y'all want me to take serious. This is the same guy y'all want me to take serious. You kidding, right? Seriously? You guys are kidding, right? Tragedy pimp. At approximately 7 p.m., Dr. Brown arrived at the station and began conducting an evaluation of Shell. Officer Ix escorted Dr. Brown to the booking room where he conducted his assessment through the cell door. Requested at this time that Shell be transported to the hospital to be medically cleared prior to being transported to the hospital. Medway Fire EMS was dispatched for transport to the Milford, blah, 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 hospital. Here we go. Deputy Chief, blah, 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 provide transportation, filling out report in order to provide it to the hospital and request a medical evaluation. Dr. Brown shortly after leave the station to respond from blah, blah, blah. Officer Harrison began attempting to speak with Shell through the door. Officer Shepard and I joined shortly after. Officers were concerned with the feces and urine on the floor, which had begun running out of the cell floor on the guys. There's literally piss and shit. There's so much of it that it's running underneath of the cell door into the drain in the hallway. Why? Because Ernest Max Shell has plugged up the other drain. Makes sense? This is literally pouring out into the hallway, and these officers have to deal with that. Now, pause for dramatic effect. This man has HIV. So these officers now, on top of that, have to deal with that. Interesting. Okay. Officers were concerned. Shell had taken one cell blanket and wrapped it around his body, stuffing it under his shirt, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait, where am I at? I think I lost my spot. Stuffing it under his shirt and shorts as if purposely shielding his body. Shell had the second cell blanket draped over his shoulders, covering a majority of his back and upper torso. That's his cape. Based on my training experience, I felt as though Shell had done this with both blankets in order to insulate and shield himself from our attempted efforts to take him into custody and to negate the effectiveness of taser if officers had attempted to incapacitate him with an ECW, which basically they're saying that he did all of this so that way if they had to tase him in order to move him to the hospital, that was his way to fight them. At this point, why? Shell was also holding a water bottle. Get this, guys. Get this. Shell was also holding a water bottle with what we could see was full of liquid, basically. You piss, probably mixed with a little bit of poop. I don't know. Let's find out. The window of the cell was covered in urine and feces. Covered in it. Okay. Not just a little smidgen. There's a little poop stain. A little poop stain on the mirror. No, there's not a little poop stain on the mirror. No, you got up there and you literally painted the fucking Poopalisa on the plexiglass, dude. And we could not clearly identify the contents of the bottle. Officers attempted to told you illiterate. Officers attempted to negotiate and direct Shell to place the bottle on the floor and be compliant for about 20 minutes. So basically, like, dude, please, we know you have like a HIV. Like, can you please just stop doing this, please? At this point, we don't want to do what we're gonna have to do, and you're making it so we're gonna have to do what we have to do. Shell was not. Dramatic effect. Shell was not cooperative. Shell appeared as though he was looking right through us. You mean how he looks on highway runs, and often staring away from us as we spoke. Kind of like a Thelmer fade off. Some of you OGs know what I'm talking about. A Thelmer fade. You know what I'm talking about. Shell would state, I'm putting it down now. Or except it's more like, I'm putting it down now. Begin motioning to place the bottle down, and when officers moved slightly, would return basically standing next to the door. After a prolonged period of time, it was clear our efforts to de-escalate a negotiate Shell into compliance were not effective. Not working. I decided that officers would go into the cell and place Shell into handcuffs. Bad idea. And onto the stretcher. Bad idea. A plan was developed to best enter the cell with officers present to do so safely and swiftly. Now, chat, let's talk for a second before we find out if what actually happened. what actually happened when they went into this cell. What do you guys think? I mean, can you just imagine it for a second? You're walking into a jail cell with a little tiny, like, he's like fucking 4'2" or some shit like that. I don't know. It's just this little tiny guy, and he's well here.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
And you're an officer, and you're standing there, and you're looking at this jail cell, and you're like, there's literally like piss just coming out from underneath this jail cell door. This was my last time with this joke. Ernie has swallowed so many kids. Everything he says is childish. But the truth, Cuncy. But the truth. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. And you're looking at all this rolling out from underneath this door, and your higher up is telling you, like, you're gonna have to go in here. Like, you have to go in here and handcuff and put this guy on a stretcher. I'm sorry, but kudos to the man that was that close to retirement and still did that, because oh my God, I think if I'm that close, sir, I'm gonna tell you to get fucked if I'm that close. And you want me to go into poop cell with Ernest Mac Shell. Officer Harris held a plastic riot shield to try and hope to God they don't get HIV on them. Officers, it's whatever, would be the handcuff team, and the other officer and I would assist with physically restraining Shell. We made final attempts to direct Shell away from the door and to put the water bottle down, to which he did not comply. I won't do it. You can't make me. I've got HIV. All officers garnered surgical masks and nitrile gloves in order to provide basic body substance isolation. Well, if he's pooping on himself, you're going to need a little more than some gloves and a fucking face mask, my guy.
Damn!
Just saying. Officer opened the door. The other officer entered, first with the shield. I followed the other officer, followed by the other officer. Shepard and as officers entered cell number 3, Shell intentionally threw a plastic bottle containing liquid towards officers at close range. HIV, piss, and shit, based on the extensive presence of urine and feces throughout the cell, including on the floor, walls, and on Shell's body. So not only did he paint the Mona Lisa on the wall, he turns around and paints a happy little picture of some trees on himself in poop, guys. Yes. Can someone please tell Ernie that poop is not lube? You can't. That's dirty. You'll get an infection. You get HIV, my guy. Shit. Officers reasonably believe the liquid to contain body fluids. Yeah, I would say so. The liquid made contact with officers and equipment, contaminating them, and dude, that's so gross, with suspected bodily fluids. As a result of the exposure, officers feared potential transmission of communicable diseases. Officers were later advised that Shell may be HIV. He's not. There's no maybe. He is HIV positive and has a history of intravenous. He does the drugs. Due to exposure risk, officers were required to undergo biohazard decontamination procedures, guys. Literally, like, they had to decontaminate them. Secure containment, uniforms, and equipment, and report to the hospital for medical exposure protocols. They had to get HIV tested as well. This is the same guy that you guys want me to take serious. He sent officers to the hospital to make sure that they didn't have HIV as well, so they wouldn't take it home to their families. And then, God forbid, does that make sense to you? And y'all think it's just, oh, we're going to find Summer Wells. No. You're literally following a joke. But by all means, make yourself look silly. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Like, I'm like McDonald's over here. Literally. Like I keep saying that? Sound familiar? Ernie. Literally. Dude, you can't dress up a turd, okay? Wow, so it has been confirmed to yeah, he 1000% has HIV. He took Biktarvy at one time. Mags is in chat. Mags knows him personally. Mags knows he has HIV. Mags can tell you, yes, he does have HIV. I'm not making that up at all. Look, you know when I troll about Ernie because I'll normally come out and be like, no, I'm just playing. Because everything that's the truth is so wild that I don't need to troll and make stupid little dumb shit up about that. Everything I'm saying is true. I don't need to. Thank you, Mags. There you go. Mags knows him personally. He took Biktarvy at one time. There was a picture of it that ran around at some point. That's originally how we was like, okay, dude has HIV. He fell on a bag of needles. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to make wild, crazy shit up because Ernie does that himself. But yeah, this is the guy that's going to shake some bones underneath the ground and find a missing girl. Disgusting. Disgusting. He's a tragedy pimp. Every time Ernest Max Shells went to jail and got back out of jail, and within a couple of months, this is his same exact fucking LARP every single time. Prove me wrong. Bet you can't. Bet you can't. Bet you $1 million fucking dollars you can't prove me wrong because this is what happens. It's a vicious, vicious cycle. And it's insane. Like, look, maybe some of the new people just don't know it. So I can't blame them. But the people that have been around to know this stuff, like, you know he's a moron. No way in hell. No way. No way. After knowing all this, and you expect this motherfucker to walk into a police station and anybody take him serious? You are out of your mind. Our efforts were immediately counterproductive due to the amount of urine and feces on the ground. That's how much shit and piss was all over the ground. Yeah, they've talked about it with him on his panels as well, Max. That's a good point. Excuse me. I believe all officers slipped or lost footing and fell at one point or another. So all these officers are slipping on Ernest Max Shell's poo-poo and his doo-doo. His doo-doo and his pee-pee. Okay? Officers attempted to use hand protocols to secure and restrain Shell from kicking and resisting with failing efforts as we were unable to obtain traction and leverage on Shell's slippery skin due to the amount of bodily fluids on him. That's how much he shit all over himself, guys. I have a question. If Ernstine is all about victims, then why isn't he going after those people up north who left him drugged and naked in a sex basement with Buffalo Bill and a bussy, allegedly? There's no allegedly about it. They left, I mean... He was there. They just didn't need him no more. You know? That's all it was. Thanks for the happy poop. I appreciate that. Thanks for the 10 jewel happy poops. So at this point, Ernest has pooped on himself so much that the cops can't even restrain him. That's insane. Well, basically, let's see here. Failing efforts when I obtained traction leverage slippery due to the at one point, Shell was kicking resisting officers, slipping so much that only Officer blah blah and I were able to maintain a hand on him. Officer Blah was able to gain leverage by grabbing the chain of his handcuffs and dragging Shell's right arm towards the door of the cell. I was able to maintain a grip on Shell's left arm. As officers attempted to maintain any sort of control of Shell, I advised them I would be spraying him and possibly neutering him would be the best thing as well. Shell's actions occurred after prolonged and unsuccessful verbal de-escalation attempts. His refusal to comply with lawful commands combined with the intentional throwing of suspected bodily fluids created an immediate risk to officers' safety and health. Jesus, dude. I just couldn't imagine having to put myself in that. Necessitating physical intervention and the deployment of chemical spray to gain control to prevent further exposure. I motioned to officers to get out of the way, unholstered my department-issued saber red crossfire spray, and did a quick 2-second spray directly onto Shell's forehead and eyes. This proved to be momentarily effective, as Shell's behavior changed from resisting and kicking to attempting to shield any further spray. Officers were then able to grab hold of Shell by his limbs and physically lift and place him onto the awaiting ambulance stretcher. Began assisting with strapping him down and restraining Shell with soft restraints. Shell was handcuffed in front of his body and also handcuffed to the stretcher. They said, "No, dog, you get handcuffed here and here. Okay, we ain't taking no more chances." Shell continued his attempts to resist and slip out of the stretcher and restraints. We placed a surgical mask on Shell's face in an effort to stop him from attempting to spit at officers and medical staff. I Googled him and confirmed he is very douchey. Told you. I mean, that's why I said, prove me. You do your own research. I encourage you, please do your own research on Ernest Max Shell. The Google will tell you everything. I just sit here and laugh at the FOIAs. I located a spit mask in the booking closet and handed it to the officers to place over Shell's head. This took multiple attempts to secure, as Shell was attempting to remove the spit mask by rubbing his face onto the stretcher so he could spit on cops. Wow. Mind you, these aren't even cops in Tennessee or in the TBI or anything like that. Or this isn't Deputy Macaulay Culkin or whatever the fuck his name is that I give no fucks about. This isn't nothing about that. No. Officers were eventually obtained. Shot of the stretcher. So the personnel felt comfortable transporting him due to Shell being under arrest. I was rode in the back. So he had a cop basically ride to the hospital with him. And he had a marked cruiser follow him as well. I later heard from them that it took them along with an additional 6 or more security and hospital personnel, 6 or more, to remove Shell from the stretcher and place him onto a hospital bed. Doctors in the emergency room department had to chemically sedate Shell in order to calm him down enough to conduct a medical evaluation. Hey, Rebecca, it's good to see you. I been away, but I've been in the bushes. You're doing an absolutely amazing job. Yes, sir. Do I need to drop a link? I don't know. Yeah, it's there. Yes, sir. You're more than welcome up here, sir. Let's you know what, guys? Let's discuss for a second. Can any of you say that anybody in here, and just be honest, we won't flame you in chat. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you think that this dude, the dude that just threw poop and pee all over himself, officers, the cell, everything else, he just threw poop everywhere. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys think this guy could possibly save a missing child. While I welcome to the stage the one, the only, Mr. Lightning Viper. What up, Mr. Viper?
I'm sorry. Today it's Shell's lawyer.
Oh.
I'm the lawyer.
You're the lawyer?
I'm here to defend my client, who I believe is being unjustly labeled.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to label him, though?
I don't know, but I'm here to defend him against the slanderous FOIA cop report. All those cops lied. You know that, right? All those
everyone, every single one of them. The guy that wrote this report, he lied. The guy that told this report to the guy that made the report, he lied to that guy. The detective that looked at, they all lied. It's all lies here. All lies. We're all making it up.
It's just a shitstorm.
Little Miss Angry says, what kind of FBI trained Homeland Security secret agent man behaves this way? Well, wait, I've got something great. You know what, Viper? I'm actually quite glad you're here. Let's shift. Can I shift this for a second? Can I show a picture?
Yeah.
I want to show a picture, and I titled it, and this is probably why I didn't run into it, but this was back in the day when, Ernie got outed for his stolen valor. And I actually titled the name of this picture. Yeah, right. I actually titled the name of this picture, Ernie in the Navy. And then I opened it today and I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, You are not going to believe what I found. So, do you ever think at any time? Do you think he just bought this shirt, dog? Seriously?
Yes, because guess what? There is no such thing as. There's no such thing as a U.S. Marshals Agent of Tactics Teacher Trainer shirt.
So, do you think he actually went out and made this himself?
Did you know that while he was doing that, allegedly training the marshals, did you know that they don't have anybody with felonies training them? Did you know that?
What?
He had a felony at the time. Yeah.
Wow, that's wild. Yeah, he was training U.S. Marshals out there. Look at that! Look at that goofy looking face. This guy's out there training you on how to be the best U.S. Marshal you can be. He needs a sailor suit with the shorts. Oh no, Captain, we're going down. You can ride.
Now remember the U.S. Marshal name that he dropped. We contacted that U.S. Marshal on the phone, and what did he say?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "No, no, he did not.
Not happening. That's not true. 1,000% not true." Now,
see, what people are going to realize on this side, Cataract, what up?
What up?
A lot of what's happened on this side is we've backed up our statements with actual phone calls and receipts and reports, actual evidence versus, when Ernie called Angelo, aka me, a pedophile. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
See, Ernie seems to have a little bit of a confusion when it comes to documentation, and the documentation is that there have been people long before I came into the picture, mind you, that have been documenting his behaviors across the board. And he makes a lot of slanderous statements and or offers, such as, anybody can get my records. Go ahead and get them. Check them out. Here's my NGB 22. Things like that. That he's worked on Donald Trump's personal task force for childhood abductions and human trafficking. Also not true.
Not true.
That he's personally spoken, was invited to the Steve Wilkos show. Not true.
Not true.
That he worked with Dog the Bounty Hunter. And even facilitated an AI photo of him working with Dog the Bounty Hunter with an arrest. Not true. That he had a peace accord with me, aka Angelo, which that part was true, but he had to do a couple of steps in lieu of that, which he failed to do. He lied on an official police document. Yeah.
I just thought of something else we can add to the list. So he claims that he's part of the TCAP community. Guess what? The TCAP community doesn't claim him. Trust me. They've already came in chat and said. They've already said it in chat. Like, nah, we don't want nothing to do with this weirdo fuck.
Now, Cataract and I go back a while, back in the Boyd days, so he's aware of who I am and what I'm doing. And he is correct. Release papers are called the DD-214. Even in the National Guard, even in the reserves, you still get a DD-214 for all of your active duty time. Cataract, correct me if I'm wrong, active duty time counts as basic training, AIT training, and accelerated and or extended training for secondary MOSs. Those are all active duty days that you are on active duty for, which would facilitate a DD-214. He claims he doesn't have a DD-214 because he was a super secret squirrel in Syria with 19 kills and also was in the Desert Storm when he was 11 years old.
Oh, but wait, he doesn't have his DD-214, but yet he had a picture of these dog tags just randomly laying around as well.
Anybody can get. And by the way, we've also debunked the RH No Blood because his arrest in, what was it, Georgia or South Carolina or whatever the fuck it was? York?
I can't remember which one. One of those, yeah. It might have been New York, actually. I don't remember.
York County, I think it was. York County. Yeah. They had him listed as having HIV, and his blood type was AB. Not RH null. Not RH null.
That sucks.
So
damn.
There's been a number of things. But see, what he did for me, as you and many others know, is and people want to make a joke out of it. And the fact that people that I was fighting with are actually confirming the same thing is he forced me out of retirement. I was retired. Contrary to what Kevin, Karen, David, Ashley West will have you tell, I'm disabled or getting a disability check. No, sir. I am getting a retirement check. I am retired. Oh, hemophilia. Thank you, Redstone. Because I'm retired, I get a pension, which cannot be affected by anything that he tries to do. The fact that he thinks that UCMJ is a person and not a book is also very enlightening to his experience with the military. So for those who have seen it and those who know, I went back to work for the government under the Department of Homeland Security. And this is for the other Peachy, not Peachy, you're Peachy, but the other Peachy with HSI, which is Homeland Security Investigations. I don't work for ICE. I'm not part of the group of people collecting up immigrants and throwing them into cages and cells. I would never be a part of that. I am part of an investigation group that investigates online behaviors that present themselves as potential threats to American interests. And that includes human trafficking, that includes impersonation, or in Ernie's case, cyber impersonation, which is what he likes to do a lot of. Ernie likes to say he works with Homeland Security or worked alongside Homeland Security or worked in conjunction with Homeland Security. I can 100% confirm that is not true. He does not work with or for or
we know,
alongside.
dog.
My DHS badge is a real badge with a real chip with real access to computers and programs that are not affiliated to the civilian population, which has allowed me to further my agenda of protecting people online who are potential victims or could be potential victims of Ernie or people like Ernie. Because Ernie's not the only person around here doing the things that he's doing. He's just the most flamboyant with it.
So you remember the vicious cycle I mentioned earlier where I'm like, dude, it's like this is what Ernie does. Like he comes, his channel's dead. Like nobody wants to hear the LARP. Everyone's moved on. And then he goes into tragedy pimping, if you will. I mean,
yes,
that's literally from over a year. Like how long this screenshot is so fucking old. It's insane. Like there he is forever ago doing the same bullshit. Literally says, "Hey, Dawn Wells, Candace Wells, who is this man laying with Summer Wells? You see, it's those gonna get you questions that count."
Yeah.
What? It just.
Yeah, so he's lied about cancer because he did look sickly. And what I believe, Brandy, is that he's had HIV for quite some time. And Ernie has an inability to follow medical advice. So he was probably placed on medicines as far back as when he started calling himself. And let this sink in for a moment. I want to give you guys an aha moment. Around the time Ernie, because this was before I was involved, Ernie started calling himself the killer inside, is when I believe he was aware that he had HIV. Think about what HIV is and what it could potentially become without treatment, without medications. And he started calling himself the killer inside. So I think he's had it for quite some time. And I think he's been hiding it with other fake illnesses such as a blood disorder or cancer or liver disease, failing kidneys, et cetera, which could be side effects to HIV if not treated correctly. Up until the point where Debbie even found his medications, and we researched the medications to find out it was HIV medication. He still denied HIV until his arrest in York, where it was blatantly written on his arrest intake form. Which again, I mean, that should have been blotted out that's on York County side, not mine, but it clearly showed he had HIV and he had AB negative blood. So put that together and take, again, as Ernie would say, the signs and symbols are there. The problem is the signs and symbols that he teaches radiate from the very orifices of his body. Everything about him is those red flags and symbols and signs.
Do you remember the time he said, "Hey, I'm going on Steve Wilkos"? Do you remember that?
I do remember. I do remember contacting the Steve Wilkos show about that because I was a little curious.
You know what shit?
being
What?
military and being law enforcement, I had to ask myself, why would somebody who has a show as a former cop and a former military have a felon who was actively, by the way, let's make sure we clarify this. He was actively on the run from a warrant while confessing to the public on platform that he was going to be on the Steve Wilkos show.
You mean this Steve Wilkos show?
Yeah, that guy right there.
So this message is for Ernest Mac Shell. And
Well, pause it right there. Pause it right there. Pause it. So Ernie said that I gave this guy the wrong name. So can you rewind it back? I want to hear if he says Ernie's name, because Ernie claims that these people called him Schnell or Schneel or Ernhad or whatever. So let's see what name he says.
Let's hear. Let's listen.
So this message is for Ernest Mac Shell. And it's
That sounded like Ernest Mac Shell to me. Just gonna say, sounded just like his name.
It did.
Yeah, it's because it was.
SSG Angelo Stevens, U.S. Army retired. Now, Ernest, he says that you have stolen valor. You go by Unlock on YouTube. You're currently a felon on the run from Kentucky. You're wanted by the U.S. Marshals, and that you claim that I personally invited you on my show. Well, first of all, Ernest Mac Shell, I don't invite anyone to personally come on my show. So if Ernest Mac made this claim, then he is not telling the truth, because I don't invite anybody to come on my show. And if you're going around making claims of military service, things that you did not do, making fraudulent claims, it's really low down move. I mean, either you served in your actual experiences, because there's guys who serve, but they embellish, they exaggerate their service. That's not cool either. So, and if you're wanted by the marshals, I hope they find you. But don't make claims of your military service that you didn't do, and I didn't invite you on my show.
That's rough. He didn't invite him on your show. Anyways, what's funny about that is Redstone in the chat here, who is the subject of many attacks of Ernie, is an actual combat veteran. So thank you very much for your service there. Ernie is, in fact, stolen valor. That was a Marine that was just speaking, and an ex-cop. Redstone, I believe, was Army. I'm not sure. Correct me if I wasn't. I am not a combat veteran. I have never been deployed to an active combat zone. I am just a veteran. Let me say the years correctly. Okay, 10, 12, 8, 9, 5, 6, 6 years, 7 months, 18 days. Okay, 6 years, 7 months, 18 days is my service contract, which is actually getting longer because I work for the federal government, which adds to my time in service, by the way. That being said, in every single NCOR that I have, it was promote above peers, promote above peers, promote above peers. I sat in E8 Master Sergeant slot as an E5. I was promoted the day I was retired, more symbolic than anything else. So I was promoted to E6, but it doesn't stick because, as Redstone will tell you, you have to be in the rank for so many years before you actually get to keep that rank as a retirement symbol. So it was more of a gesture of a thank you from General Legier, who was our first 3-star female general in our counterintelligence unit for INSCOM. That being said, had I not had the stroke and had I not lost strength on my left side, I would have progressed through the military and probably have been into the ranks of either an actual master sergeant or sergeant major by now. So that is my service record. Every single one of my records are stellar. There is no crime, no commits, nothing, no felonies. I held top secret SCI clearances for most of my military career up until the day I retired, and I have now just recently renewed and reapplied for my SCI top secret SCI gamma clearance for the DHS investigation side of it. So that's where I stand as far as my military career and my government career concerned. But everything I do in my life, while it may rub people the wrong way, it is very much about protecting people who I believe are in danger of being hurt, taken advantage of, or used by people who have not earned the titles and the reputations that we have earned through our careers, whether it's in the military or whether it's in the civilian sector. So I stand very much against people who do that. So when people come on and claim that they're captains of CBRN, I'm going to investigate to find out if they are actually a captain of CBRN, and they're not. They can claim it all they want all day long. It, to me, as a military guy, and if for all our military folks in the side, please let me know. I don't understand why you would want to hide your military service unless the nature of your getting out of the military is not conducive to what you're portraying yourself to have on the internet, such as an uncharacterized discharge like Mr. Ernie has. Ernie did go to the National Guard. Ernie was in the National Guard for 54 days. Ernie failed to report to basic training and failed to report to AIT. So he was eventually kicked out. Because it's the nature of the National Guard and how they do things and how it's run by the governor versus active duty components where you would go to a court martial, they just do a budget and they look and they see who's not and who's where, and they basically cut him that way. So that's why it looks like he has so many years and days of service, but his actual active component is 54 days. And the minimum requirement is 180.
Can't even finish through with that.
No. Ernie's only consistency is stolen identities and manufactured serial impersonation.
That's
And-
serial impersonation. That's a good one.
Hi, Peachy.
Hello.
Hey, can I get like 2 minutes?
Yep,
I'll give you 3.
I just need 2. I'm Aunt Connieing you right now. Give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I see a lot of people in the chat that are very interested in the character you're discussing. So let me hop up here and do my gatekeeping thing. If you would like to learn more, there's plenty of channels out here that cover him and feeds his fire. It puts more money in his bank account to go continue this loop. So if you're interested, check out other people's channels. We can drop those in the chat for you guys. But in my opinion, I wouldn't go to his channel. So, but y'all do what you want to do. But when you end up doxxed because you were in there talking shit, don't say I didn't warn you. So it's dangerous in there.
Yeah, she's speaking
But
from experience.
there's my 2 minutes. That's all I needed.
So as long as you agree with Ernie and you pet his head a little bit.
Hello?
Yep. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Can she hear us? Peach!
Probably not.
Oh, I don't think she can hear us. Should we leave her up here and talk crap about her?
No, she's done, she said.
Oh, okay.
What I was saying, so as long as you're petting Ernie's head on the one on top of his shoulders, I'm going to say, because he dribbles, according to Chris. As long as you're petting the top of his head and agreeing with him and not questioning him, he's on your side. Like when he interviewed those pedophiles on his panel and basically was stating that they did their time and that they could be rehabilitated, blah, blah, blah. It's because they were on his side. It's because people were agreeing. But the minute you disagree, you're suddenly a horrible person, which he likes to remind you of constantly.
Yeah,
So if we go in the way back machine, Ernie basically made threats to murder my wife. I don't care if people haven't seen the videos or not. I'm not going to put the videos out there. That's evidence. I have the video. It's from a channel that's no longer existing. It got terminated. Go Nicole. Anyways, long story short, he made a threat to kill my wife. He has called me a pedophile. He has called me a predator. I suppose in a way, predators kind of work both ways. You can be a predator of predators. He also says I only attack women. And last I checked, Ernie was a man. Last I checked, Mark was a man. And I know. Last I checked, Kevin was a man. At least this month he is, EDP 445 was a man. Cecil is a man. Yeah, there's plenty. The problem with the platform is that, and it's not really a problem, it's just a statistic. Statistically, there's more females than males, and people fail to recognize the fact that females can be predators and or support active predators. That doesn't make them guilt-free or inability to be questioned or held accountable for their actions. So I intend to hold people accountable just as much as they hold me accountable. Trust me, people hold me accountable. I'm still being held accountable for a phone call I made 4 years ago. And I own it 100%. I 100% made that phone call and left that message for that person that sexualized my daughter. 100%. I will never not admit that.
Did you yell at him?
I think I called her a fucking whore, liar, cunt, prostitute. Any number of things would have come out. Again, most of that information is information that person had put out about themselves. So I was just reiterating it back to them.
I usually just yell at people.
Yeah, into a more aggressive, form. Yeah. There are people who have issues with me because of the way I talk. I get it. I'm not the easiest person to get along with. But I am a victim of sexual assault and rape. I'm a survivor of sexual assault and rape. And I have a hard time allowing people on this platform to be predators when it relates to missing children's cases, vulnerable, emotionally distraught women, or vulnerably and emotionally distraught men on this platform. I've fought with some of these people. Some of these people are my friends now. Renee Marie, Charlie, they're people who have seen a different side of me because they have backed away from a person that indeed is the very definition of sick predator on this platform. And Ernie is 100% a danger to this platform, whether people want to see it as a joke or the fact that he's legitimately a coward, legitimately a liar, legitimately a scammer. That doesn't make him any less dangerous, because when he's identifying himself as PI or a bounty hunter or a bail bondsman or working with federal agencies or working with local sheriff's offices or TBIs or NBIs or whatever three-letter circus you want to add in there, there are some people who are so vulnerable emotionally that they want to believe in something that they will latch onto him and they will follow him into the depths of hell. And people have proven that on this platform. Mama T followed him to the gates of hell and back. That woman absolutely would not budge no matter how much I was going after her. And,
dude, me and Mama T butt heads so but here's the wild part about it is even though me and Mama T butted heads and we literally bullied each other, and it's funny because now we're friends and we still bully each other, but we know, I don't know, even then we know we was just messing around with each other, nothing was serious. But even when you would point out the facts to Mama T, and I ain't even trying to dig at Mama T. What up, Mindy? I ain't trying to dig at Mama T. She knows that. But even back in the day when you would point out the facts, it was no, that's not true. It was whatever Ernie was going with. And it's to show that's how manipulative this guy really is.
And just to give
shout out to the ones.
And let me focus on the military stuff for a minute. So he was, for a while, remember, he was claiming those records were false. They were fake records that I just manufactured. Now he has a lawyer who apparently is getting evidence to have me. I was supposed to be arrested 5 times in the last month. So I don't know what's going on with that.
I haven't got anything either.
But remember his video when he got out of jail the last time, the one up in Kentucky. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's contacted the military and he submitted an application to upgrade his military status from uncharacterized to honorable. If you were already an honorably discharged veteran, why would you need to upgrade your status?
How can you upgrade your status if you never technically got a status?
You can actually, if
Can you?
you're within the if you're within the window. The problem is he got out in 2001. We're in 2026. Okay, so that means it's been 25 years since his original discharge. Okay, so the minimum time frame to try to get that upgraded with all the stuff that's going on in the military itself right now, they're 8 months behind. But he claims he was going to get it done within a few days. Already, that tells me this is a man that knows absolutely nothing about the protocols of how the government works. The government doesn't give you a 2 or 3 day window. They give you month-long windows, many months. And I'm sorry if you're blocked on my channel, Feisty. I will try to work on it. I apologize if you're blocked. I don't know what's going on with that. There have been several people that have said it. It's nothing I've done personally, and I have no issues with you, so I'm sorry. But as far as like, why would you need to upgrade a record if you're already an honorable veteran, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
The problem with it, Cataract, is, and you should know, as Redstone should know, as any other military guy should know or girl, you have to have your record after the military, whether you're uncharacterized, dishonorably discharged, or honorably discharged, in order to upgrade records. Your character of how you've done in your life plays a major role in the board of 7 that make the decision on whether or not to upgrade you. And the fact that he has multiple felonies, multiple times he's fought police, multiple times he's fought rescuers, and multiple times that he's lied about stolen valor, all of those things work against you. So he wouldn't have been upgraded in the first place. The second reason he wouldn't have been upgraded is because he failed to report to basic training in AIT. Automatically, you are not going to get an upgrade. So good luck with that. Waste of time and money, just like the waste of time and money you are with your lawyer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, long story short, dude's a joke. He's always going to be a joke. I don't understand how anybody can actually think that any type of government agency, any type of law enforcement, anybody is going to take this dude seriously once they look into him. Once they see it, they're going to be like, there's no way. Like,
I already had communication with the new sheriff over in Haskins, or Hawkins, or whatever they call themselves. I had communication with him. He said that I needed to have our agency send an NCIC. So I contacted our agency, and we sent an NCIC over with video evidence of Ernie's claims and behaviors of being in cahoots or conjunction or working with the new sheriff that's coming in, along with the friendship that he has with the family, along with the grave site stuff that he's been talking about, along with some of the illegal activities he's been alluding to. But, you know, all in the movie, of course. But basically, I sent all that over, and then I had a couple of detectives from previous engagements of Ernie from Medway, Arkansas, and Florida also send NCIC reports over of their interactions with Ernie. Just so he has a fair shot with the incoming sheriff, and just so the incoming sheriff knows that a person with HIV who on video claims he does not tell people he has HIV until he's about to stick it in.
His words, his own words.
Along with Chris's video of not being informed by any form of the matter of Ernie's HIV status and the fact that they had unprotected sex, which, you know, Massachusetts is one thing, but I felt the sheriff should know that Ernie uses HIV as a weapon, based on the reports from the chief of police in Medway, who was more than willing to send over his statement to Hawkins County, because I felt that if Ernie's gonna have his shot at solving this case, that the sheriff should have all the information they need to decide whether or not they want to give Ernie that shot.
That's fair, right? I mean, they should have all the information so they can see things for what it is, right?
Yes. And as the Department of Homeland Security employee, it is our job, as is anybody else's job that's in the sector of human services, that if you see something, say it with me, See something? Say something.
Sorry, I was typing.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it again. Say it with me.
Mhm.
See something? Say something.
Say something.
Thank you.
Got
Yes. If you guys find people making claims like serial impersonations or claims of things that they are not, he is not a PI. He is not a bail bondsman. He's not a bounty hunter. He is a felon who continues to live the life of a person that's going to end up in prison again.
Which it's going to be his own fault. He's going to blame us all over again, and it's whatever at this point. Like, dude, if you want to blame me for you going to jail, that's whatever.
If he didn't give me stuff to report, I wouldn't have anything to do. I'd just do my job and worry about other things going on in the world, like I'm supposed to be doing. The problem is he keeps committing issues that are reportable. In my opinion, based on what I am told and what my standards are with HSI, I see something, I say something, and I report it. Whether or not the government does anything with that information is irrelevant to me. It's not my job to make them do something. It's my job to create a trail so that eventually when something does happen, all that trail is there. All those reports from each of you guys that report. And as I said in my post, if you see me breaking the law and doing things that are against my oath of office with DHS, by all means, report it. Ernie and Kevin have definitely made their share of reports to DHS. Trust me on that. Definitely. The problem is they use false names, false phone numbers, and the investigation goes about as far as them hanging up. That's about it.
Right.
Yeah. And they're afraid to give their real information because reporting false things to DHS is also a crime.
Yeah, but if you're a captain in the military, wouldn't you want to use those credentials against, try and find something out about,
Well, I mean, you would think so. You would think so.
That's wild.
So that's just basically where I stand. So like I really don't do videos about Ernie. I don't really comment on his stuff anymore because that's what he wants. He needs, he craves, he lives for the interaction and the arguing back and forth because that's how he creates his content. And when that doesn't work, then he goes to missing kids because he knows the missing kids is going to trigger a certain part of the community to come and respond to him. It's so predictable at this point that it's sick.
And that's one reason why I was like, you know what? This is a one and done live stream. Like Bobblehead Betty can have her content back after this because I honestly, he's gross, dog. Like I can't even stomach to listen to a live of him anymore because just the crap he talks about it's gross.
I just do what I think is the best for protecting members of this community, and they're I don't even get along with everybody, but it is about protecting everybody. There are people that will always side with Ernie because they hate us more. For me, for a while, it was about hate. I hated everything that he was and did, and it really clouded the judgment, clouded my path. Now this is more of a there's no emotion attached to it. It's strictly logic and law. What is and what is not acceptable under the law. It is not acceptable under the law to impersonate people that you are not, that you have not earned. And furthermore, the fact that he's not those things, you can hear it in the way that he talks and interviews these victims and or potential suspects. This is not how investigations or interrogations occur. People don't sit there excited. And this is how he sounds. He sounds extremely excited when it comes to talking about possible sex crimes against women and children. And then in the same hand, talk about how he leaves women tied up to be taken advantage of by his boys. The same guy that gave passes to a group of men who posted videos of prisoners of war, potentially, being raped.
Same guy that came on a live stream and played a video of a dude breaking in someplace and pretty much almost ending a child's life.
And Kells, that's one of those flags right there, Kells. Imagine somebody with HIV getting on live and telling people on the live stream that he knows what states he can go to and have sex where he doesn't have to disclose his HIV status. Pause for a moment. Let that sink in. What type of person does that research, folks? Put it in the side chat. What type of person who has HIV tells the chats on a live stream that he knows what states he can go to and have sex without revealing he has HIV legally?
That's gross. Dude,
If that's not enough of a red flag, I don't know what to tell you people. I really don't.
At this point, you're lost. You are
predator.
lost.
A predator. Thank you, folks. And I'm not saying he's a sexual predator. I'm just saying he's a predator by every definition of the term predator. He preys on weak, vulnerable, voiceless, emotionally disturbed people because those are the core audiences that he can intimidate. And when he meets a wall that he can't intimidate, he defames, slanders, threatens everything under the sun to get them off the back.
Nope.
And when that doesn't work, he makes fun of them, like he does with Redstone, like he does with Charlie, like he does with Renee, like he does with Ghost and Peach, like he does with me. He makes fun of them, and he uses his little sock puppet, Kevin, to facilitate that because Kevin hates women. What type of person who served in the military hides their military career? A person who does not have a good military career. That's the type of person. That's not rocket science. That's just basic logic and, looking at the situation, weighing the information and putting it together.
It's just the facts.
And then you got to also ask yourself, why do all these people that Ernie associates with have such weird sexual deviant tendencies, comments, behaviors, and actions? Why do they do these things? And why does he claim to be a child advocate and a child protector while these people are in his corner? Again, red flags, signs, and symbols. What type of person do you surround yourself with? You surround yourself with like-minded individuals because it makes you safer and it's less likely you're going to be questioned for the things you say and do.
Oh, I 100% agree with you. It's, I mean, at the end of the day, Ernie is a master manipulator. He's done this all of his life. Me and you both have said at one point, I've pretty much heard everybody else say it too. Like, Ernie would be a great used car salesman.
Yeah, 100%. Now, granted, irony is I have a used car lot. So, I mean,
don't hire him, please.
No. But it's things like that. So, and yeah, Redstone, yeah, it's time to put up or shut up. If you're going to speak about the military and you're going to defend a stolen valor, I need you to prove that you're 100% military. That means you need to come out and tell me you're military, show me your status. Otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, Kevin falls under the same category as Ernie.
Agreed. 1,000%.
There's not enough evidence to prove to me that this guy was an officer in the military. He doesn't act like an officer in the military. He has no bearing. There are questions, even Redstone admitted, there are questions that he can't even answer about the military, which as a captain makes no sense. Command staff, all officers that are command staff, and he said he was in command, have their pictures, they're cataloged at the Pentagon. They're saved. Nothing in there matches him under the captain rank. So, as far as I'm concerned, he wasn't the captain.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, let's be honest. Kevin didn't even know what Kevin was. And
that's official. Oh. That's official from the neckbeard himself.
Oh, straight from the neckbeard, son. Snap.
Straight from the neckbeard. So that's why Ernie was trying to get Redstone and I to fight again by trying to. Redstone did this and did this. She's the one that made the videos. Redstone and I are fine. Okay, Ernie, Redstone and I are fine. You made the attempts after threatening to murder my wife to show that you were in my town.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
The song "You're Already in Hell," Ernie, that's about people like you. You're already in hell, sir. I'm just here to put the coals. That's it.
I'm just here to laugh about it. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? The people that need to know who I am and where I'm working, they know who I am and where I'm working. And it's not, guys, the government is not a fast process. Things don't happen at the speed that we want them to happen at. I'd like nothing more than to see that man behind bars again. Okay. But it doesn't happen at my pace. So I'm not sitting out here promising $11 warrants or weekly arrest of Ghost and Angelo and Peachy and Stone Vet and Master Art Retired and all these people, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not out here making those fake promises because that would be just stupid. That's an Ernie thing. I'm going to tell you that I'm doing my part within the limits of the law that are ethical and legal for me to do, and nothing more. I will not perform a crime to go get somebody who's performing crimes. It defeats the entire purpose. Okay.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, how much sense does that make, honestly?
Yeah, you know, and I know you guys have issues with Tiffany Marie. I like Tiffany Marie. She's my friend. It saddens me that she's sitting over there. I'd like nothing more than for her to see who and what he is. But she has to. There's some people that just have to see it for themselves at their pace, as we've discovered with Mama T and Charlie and Renee and several others that have left Ernie's side. Like, you have to eventually come to terms with it on your own and make the decision to do better for yourself. And when that happens, they're able to see what they need to see. So I can't make her do the right thing. I can just show her through my words and through my deeds and through my work. This is who and what Ernie is.
Right. I don't have anything bad to say about Tiffany either. Like, do what she wants. I don't care. I really don't. I don't at this point. I don't even care who supports Ernie anymore. Like, I'm at that point to where, like, I only did this because people was like, "Hey, can you read the FOIAs again just for a reminder?" And I'm like, for a long time, I was like, "Nah, I kind of don't really give a shit." Like,
and that was just the Medway. That was just the Medway FOIA. We still have the York FOIAs, where he used Charlie's name to avoid getting arrested. We have the Arkadelphia FOIA, where he was
read a
running
little bit
from
of that
Bigfoot.
one.
Yeah, running from Bigfoot, ladies and gentlemen, while high on meth.
Why high on meth with only one shoe on, one shoe
with us and no pants. Yeah, shorts.
Yeah, no
boxers. I believe they were boxers.
Boxers. Like, yeah, boxer briefs.
And as soon as he heard marshals were coming to Arkadelphia to get him, gone like the wind.
Facts, Squid. Facts, my friend. What up, Squids? Yeah. So
Ernie wakes up in the morning, and his first thought is, "How can I commit a crime and get away with it today?" That's his process. What can I do to piss people off the most, to get the most response, to make a good 4 or 5 hour live stream? Oh, let me see. Let me pick the most catastrophic missing child case and make a bunch of accusations about people, and then claim that there's a child buried in the cemetery, and we're going to go with ground penetrating radar and dig it up. But we're going to create a distraction. There's going to be hundreds of people. We're going to create a distraction while we secretly dig up a gravesite, because we don't need to ask for permission or anything like that. We're just going to do it because I used to be a PI, or I used to be a bounty hunter, or I know Siegfried and Roy from the circus, and we're going to just do it that. Like, this is his mantra. His mantra is how to piss off the most people simultaneously while raking in donations, like going to New York to pick up $100,000 of unaccounted for money, which is RICO, by the way, folks. That's reportable. See something, say something. It doesn't matter if he's really doing it or not. It doesn't matter if he's lying about it or not. He made a statement that is a RICO about picking up $100,000 because he's being paid by an unknown person to go find Summer Wells.
Well, I thought it was Big Gay Dave that was paying him $100,000
to go find. Yeah, but we don't know who Dave is. For all I know, Dave is Kevin. I don't fucking know.
We got a song for Dave. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
You want to hear a song real quick?
Yeah.
Here. Big Gay Dave, everybody. Big Gay Dave.
Dave, how long before your girlfriend learns you gay? There's bruises on your knees, but we know that you don't pray. You always rent Teslas, yeah, you like electric cars. Yeah, Dave, I knew that you were gay because you play guitar. Yeah, Dave, I knew that you were gay because you sing. I knew that you were gay because every time my phone rings and my screen lights up with your big gay face, I get booty on my hands when I swipe your call away. Big gay man and you wanna get laid. best friend, Big Gay Dave. Big Gay Dave is a big gay boss. Gay Dave gets bigger when you take your clothes off. You a big gay man and you wanna get laid. You can call my best friend, Big Gay Dave. Big Gay Dave is a big gay boss. Gay Dave gets bigger when you take your clothes off. Happy birthday, Dave, from your friend Brian. This is for
Happy birthday, Big Gay Dave.
I'm gonna need one of those for me.
You want one?
Yeah, I want you to make Viper's gay.
Viper? Okay.
Yeah, Viper's gay. Happy birthday.
I'll see what I can do.
I just want to hear that guy sing. That guy's just a good singer.
I mean, he really is. I mean, you know who Ryan Anderson is, right?
Yeah.
Ryan is so gay. Ryan, you know I love to ride 'em. Scream Ryan when I'm deep inside 'em. Ryan, you know.
Speaking of Ryan Anderson, you guys won't want to miss tomorrow's live stream, which I will set up early so that way you guys can hit the bell. Holy shit. You guys are going to absolutely be mind blown at the video that I play tomorrow. Oh my God. Ryan jacks off in a blanket. Did you know that?
Oh.
It'll be great. It'll be a good time. It'll be fun.
Oh, did I download it?
You'll see.
Download
It's only audio, so it's probably only like whack 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 because you know he's got a Fire D and it's not that big, so it's quick whacks. You know, it's not like whack 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 whack. It's like whack 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 whack. You know?
Oh, yeah?
Not too much. I got too far.
I gotta try to get a video up that I want you to play. I gotta see how I do it though. Let me see if I can do it this way. If I send you one through text, can you play it?
Oh yeah, send it.
Do you got your phone? Do you got your phone, or has it been accommodated?
Send it to me, and I'll see if I can get it to my Discord. And while
right,
we're doing that,
I don't have.
I'll play Cinnamon. Well, of course, yeah, it's all right. While you're doing that, I'll play Cinnamon. This I know the drill, Cinnamon. I know.
I need everybody up front to listen close now. You see Mason over here. Mason is gay. Yes, mama and daddy say Mason's gay. Yes, mammy and pappy say Mason's gay. Yes, sister and brother say Mason's gay. What's that gay motherfucker's name? Mason. Mason, you're gay. Mason. Mason, you're gay. Mason. Yeah, he always gets beat up by his brother. Yeah, and he's always crying to his mother. Oh my God, that's a gay motherfucker. Mason. Gay sucks at fishing and hunting. Mason's gay. Always got a hot man he's humping. Mason's gay. Always asking to borrow something. Mason's gay. Always wanting a man to come and Mason's gay.
Mason's gay. Okay, I got it to work.
You did?
We might play
You
that
did?
as the outro. Yeah. I got it.
Is it a video?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I sent it to your email too, just in case.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can do this real quick.
That's my bad AI, folks. My bad AI.
Hold on a second.
How did I? Oh, there it is. I was like, how did I lose your channel?
Yeah, we'll use that for the outro. You always come
play
through for the outro, my friend.
Are you gonna? Oh, you gotta play the whole thing though, because sometimes your outro cuts me off.
It's when I hit the end button because I'm a lazy turd.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's basically that's me in a nutshell. If people want to know about it. Oh, I know people want updates on my case. My case with the state is going good. We're in settlement negotiations. We have managed to forego with NDAs. None of us will have to sign an NDA, and my book can remain out on the shelf. And I will be able to write a sequel book, a follow-up book based on the last 10 years of our fight with the state of Rhode Island and the up to and including the negotiations for settlements. So a second book of Surviving St. Aloysius will come out called Aloysius Repentance will be the name of the book. And yes, It will officially, St. Aloysius, by the way, is closed. It is no longer doing anything with children. It officially
God.
closed this year, several days before the law passed.
No kidding. Are you shitting me? Was it really just a couple?
Yep.
Was it just a couple days?
Yep, it was
Wow.
5 days, about 5 days before. They were trying to sell it to use the money to pay off some of the other settlements that they've already made. But instead, the the town of Smithfield denied their ability to sell it, and they commandeered the building based on the allegations that they had faced. So they now own the building, and they're opening it up to tour for victims and survivors as a final closure of their story.
Oh, wow.
So we will be doing a video sometime. It's either going to be towards the end of this year or the beginning of next year. I don't know. I don't know. I got to get time off from DHS, and I don't know how their time off works yet.
We'll find out eventually.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's 10-hour days, 6 days a week, so it's a
yeah.
Yes, Smithfield, Rhode Island. Yes. So that's that. Let's see what else. Yeah, so I'm still an asshole. In case anybody was curious, still a dick. Still hard to tolerate. People find me to be, what is it? Some of the words that have been describing me: a creep, a woman hater, a womanizer, a person that only attacks women, a pedophile, a criminal, fraud, a fake, fat. I've been fat. What else? I can't do one pull up. I shit my pants when I do sit ups, which I won't really negate that. I probably would shit my pants if I tried to do more than 5 or 10 sit ups at a time, because
that's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
I promise I will not fling it at law enforcement officials.
Or make the Poopalisa. Don't paint us any pictures. All right, buddy?
Yeah. I am old. I am broken. So the physical again, people don't realize that your age and waivers play a role in your fitness tests with the government agencies. Considering I'm not in the law enforcement side where I'm going after criminals and arresting them, the scope of what I need to do as far as physical fitness is limited to very minimal stuff.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Most of these idiots have no clue what they're talking about anyway. So, I mean, come on now.
Salty, if I'm being honest with you, I only had to do 9 sit-ups. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not going to lie. I only had to do 9 sit-ups, 3 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and I didn't have to run at all.
That's not
my
bad.
wife. My wife does feed me well. She makes homemade breads, homemade hot dog rolls, homemade hamburger buns, homemade English muffins, homemade. She just made homemade sourdough pizza today for dinner, which was delicious.
She's a G.
Yeah, she keeps me well fed and well fat. Thanks, Kels. I appreciate it. Yes, I am all of those things. I suppose I really can't. It's hard to argue a negative. I suppose what I can tell you is that if you do a background check on me, as Ernie likes to do, no felonies, no convictions, no law enforcement. The worst thing he'd find about me, I believe, was a bankruptcy and a repo. God,
oh God,
lock me up now.
Oh no, how could you?
Yes, I am New England. I am born and raised Newport, Rhode Island, or what they call East Egg.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to hit the 2-hour mark. You guys know about what time it is. Angelo, my friend, I'm going to give you the floor. If you have any final thoughts, my good friend, now is the time. The floor is yours.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to reiterate: say something, see something, do something. I know it seems repetitive, and it may seem like nothing's going to happen. But if you see something, say something, and do something about it. Report it. Report it anonymously or report it with your name. I don't care. But if you and when I say you have to see it, you have to witness it, you have to have some form of evidence, whether it's a video clip or a written clip or whatever. Report it, give the evidence, and let the government do its thing. Okay, it's not going to be at our pace. It's going to be slow.
Yeah, I mean, you should already know that the government works slow. You know, that's something I don't think you should have to tell people.
Yeah, and contrary to what they're trying to portray over there, when you call the government to try to get information about government employees, they do not give you their names. They do not give you if the employee works there or doesn't work there. They don't tell you how to report them or anything like that. They take your report, and if it's something that they can trace, as in they can call you back or email you back, or they can verify, then the report moves up the chain. And if it gets to a point where the report's invalid or not backed up with evidence, the report gets killed. That's exactly what happens. And in some cases, you get the people promoted. Just letting you know.
AVN says, unlike a fleet enema, the government works at snail's pace. That's a good way to put it, sir. Good way to put it. Know that Ern lies about in.
Report it to me. Email it to me. The Valhalla thing. I don't know. Take a look at it.
All right. So, guys, look, like I said at the beginning of this show, and I said it just a little bit ago too, like, I'm pretty much done with Ernie. Like, he's the Poopalisa that he painted is just pointless.
Oh yeah.
No.
Let me put that someone tells truth thing back up. That is factual. Federal investigators are not listed on NLITs. Neither are federal law enforcement officers, depending on what category and what division they're working in. Not everybody's listed in NLITs. So yes, that is true.
Oh, you can't be because you're not on that. You're not on there.
I'm not law enforcement in the sense that I can arrest people.
Right.
That is for actual arresting officers. I am investigative in the investigation side.
It didn't. I mean, I guess he didn't lie, but he's just too stupid to know the truth. Something to tell. That's basically what it is.
We fall under the law enforcement. You know, we still have to have our badges and our things like that, but we can't go out and actually get warrants and arrests. So we have to either team up with the federal law enforcement agency that's not hiring us, but tasking us to investigate something, or we work with local law enforcement, whether it's sheriff, state police, or city police, and we work with them for NCIC. So that's how it works.
Yeah. It's all good, Mags. I appreciate you. Just be safe.
Again, I am not with ICE. I do not work with ICE.
Din, 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 din. Not that kind of ice. Not vanilla ice. Is that what we're talking about?
No ice. There's no ice. There's some lady like Peachy screaming around post that I'm doing stuff with ice.
She's mad because she supports, or she's mad because she basically got outed for supporting Ernie. And she's like, oh, I don't support stolen valor. And it was like, yeah, boo-boo, you 1000% did. You were all up in it. Thank you, Ernie. Thank you so much. Like, boo. Yeah. We seen you simping for the dude. And even after we told you, like, I told the crazy bitch, like, look, he is 1000% stolen valor. He's got HIV. He's this. He's fake this. He's fake that. He's a huge LARPer. She still continued to simp for the guy. So that's on her. And she was mad because you posted that you were actually a DHS fucking. Come on now.
She also said I was making threats, which again, anybody in the chat, if I was, tell me, and if I was, report it. 100%, you legitimately have a right to report that. I didn't make threats. I made general factual statements, which is if you see somebody committing a crime that is a violation of DHS or government laws, federal laws, like impersonation of federal law enforcement people, by 100% report it. Now, I fall under law enforcement umbrella, and I have those protections, but I do not have the arrest authority. That goes to the different division within HSI.
Yeah. They suck.
So they can laugh all they want about it. It is what it is.
You know, you just Ryan Andersoned us. It is what it is.
Hey, Miss Kim, how are you? Hope you're doing well, Mags. Good to see you, everybody. Yeah, I mean, I'm following the law. I'm not making threats. That'd be the dumbest thing to do. But definitely, report things for sure.
Well, agreed, good sir.
What final thoughts do you have, sir? Did you send your tube socks to case?
I did. They're in the mail on the way there.
I sent them some Grinch ones.
Nice. I like it. My final thoughts for this evening would probably be I guess I don't really have any because like I said, dog, like I could go live after live after live after live doing the whole last 5+ years of the same bullshit over and over again. Just go to jail, come out, grift off missing kid, then go back to being a piece of shit, and then grifting off a missing kid again, and going back. Like, we could do that over and over again. But yeah, dude, there's so much other shit out in the world that Ernie's just kind of boring to me anymore. And I literally only did this FOIA stuff for you guys because you guys was like, can we please just go? We just want to read it one more time so we can all laugh. And, maybe a little refresher for some people that haven't, seen it. And I put it off for a long time. I put it off for, I probably put it off for like a month, probably. Like, I just didn't feel like it. And finally, I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do it and get it over with. And, me go back to doing my thing. So that's exactly what's going to happen is we did this live. You guys got a refresher of what's happened over the last year. And like I said, if you guys honestly think that this dude, where we just read, jumped up on a toilet seat, pissed all over the floor in a cell room, jumped up on the toilet seat, smeared poop all over the walls or the mirror so they couldn't see him, then jumps off, smears poop all over himself, ties a blanket around himself so he looks like the poop commander, and he's going to fly off into if you honestly think that this guy can have any type of credibility doing anything, girl, you're silly. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I ain't even gonna be mean about it at this point. Like, just do you. But when it falls down and you look like a big idiot and you're standing there with your dick in your hand, unless you're Kevin, don't cry. Don't be like, oh, Ernie screwed us all over, when people told you like this is gonna happen. Like, this is ultimately the end goal. This is what happens every single time. Like, it's the sickest cycle I've ever seen on YouTube. Ever. It's insane.
Yeah. I just got one thing final to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's not here, man. Hey. He's not here, man.
He's not?
No. You know who's not here?
Who's not here?
Dave, man. Dave's not here.
Dave's not here, man.
No, man. Dave's
so there's
gone,
no
man.
Big Gay Dave's not real? Is that what you're telling me?
No, he not here, man. He gone.
I'm pretty sure. Like, there's a song about him though.
You know what else?
What?
Colonel. The Colonel's dead.
The guy that makes the chicken?
Yeah, he gone. He
dead.
Yep, don't exist. Gone.
No, I'm pretty sure. Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Yep.
Damn. The guy that made the chicken.
Yeah, 27 herbs and spices. Gone. He gone. Yeah.
Do you think he took his herbs and spices with him?
I sure do, because that chicken tastes like shit now.
Facts. You know what? I will cover LaJesse. I've got a clip that I want to keep going over, and I keep fucking forgetting, or I keep, getting sidetracked. But I do have a clip of LaJesse that I will be covering, so she can have some excitement with that. I do want to say, I don't know if you want to be on panel for this one though, Angelo.
Give me type it in the back chat first. Let me see.
All right, hold on.
Let's see what you got.
Hey, there you go. It's that.
Nope, I don't want nothing to do with that.
Okay.
All right, I'll catch you later.
All right, later, homie. I appreciate you.
Yep, be safe.
Later. I didn't think he would. See, I know when my friends don't want to be associated with some fuck shit. Speaking of LaJessie, before we go and I play this video, did you guys know that LaJessie and Toddy One Skip are literally like neighbors? Dog, they're literally like right across the street from each other. Well, right across the RV from each other. I think Toddy parked her RV in front of Jessie's house. I wish I was kidding. Oh my God. Oh God. Fucking, what is it with all you goobers living in New York for real? God damn. Like, this girl literally had to sit down with Chris Hansen. Oh boy. You guys know, well, you know what? I have to save it for another show because all I have to say is if you've had to sit down with Chris Hansen, you're probably going to get Allah Akbar. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out with me this evening. It's been fun. It's been real. Don't expect me to go live over Ernie again because I don't give a fuck. But I do appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and learning tonight. If you haven't learned anything, I hope you got some laughs. Other than that, thank you guys for donating. Appreciate all the new members tonight. All the jewels. Shout out to you guys for sending jewels. All my OGs. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys as well. Let's see here. All the donations. You guys are great. Super chats. You guys have been the best tonight. My Chris Hansen. Appreciate you guys. Make sure that catch the replay. Appreciate the replay crew as well. I appreciate y'all. Ernie has HIV. I mean, what else can I say?
And I ain't found one yet. And I ain't had nobody since then that was actually good to me.
So you found one good man.
Yep.
What about you?
I haven't found one good man. Not yet.
Well, I'll tell you, I tell you what. With me, I ain't found a good man either. No.
You thought I'd disappear. You thought the fire would die. But you forgot one thing. Some scars don't break a man, they build a weapon. I wake up every morning with a battle in my vein. Another chapter written from the ashes and the pain. You thought I'd fade away. You thought I'd lose my name. But every shot you fired only fed the flame. You're standing in the mirror, trying to hide what you became, while I'm climbing through the darkness, and I'm forging my own fate. When you see my face, I hope it brings you hell. Hope it brings you hell. Hope it rings that bell. When you hear my name, I hope you feel the weight of every lie you told and every choice you made. When you see my rise, I hope it burns your pride. Hope it shows you everything you tried to hide. You had your chance, now the story tells. When you see my shadow, I hope it brings you hell. You built your little kingdom out of whispers and disguise. Wore a crown made out of rumors, while you buried all your lies. You thought nobody noticed, you thought nobody could see, but the truth has a way of haunting every ghost eventually. Now I'm standing like a thunderstorm you never saw rise. The one you tried to bury is the one who stayed alive. And maybe once I cared, maybe once I believed, but the person you betrayed is the person you release. When you see my face, I hope it brings you hell, hope it brings you hell, hope it tells the tale. When you hear my name, I hope you feel the sound of a fallen warrior who refused to stay down. When you see my flame, I hope it burns your pride, hope it shows you everything you left behind. You played your games, now the truth prevails. When you see my shadow, I hope it brings you hell. Tomorrow you'll be wondering how the pieces slipped away, how the person you dismissed became the storm you face today. You search for an excuse, you'll rewrite what you've done, but history remembers who was hiding and who won. I don't need your apology, I don't need your fake regret. I turned every broken moment into something you won't forget. You can keep your memory, they're ashes in the wind. You can keep your promises, they were broken from within. Look me in the eyes now, see the monster you helped create. Every scar became a weapon, every loss became a fate. You wanted me defeated, you wanted me to fall, but the voice you tried to silence is now louder than them all. When you see my face, remember what you did. When you hear my name, remember who you betrayed. When you see my rise, remember every lie. When you feel the fire, know I survive. When you see my face, I hope it brings you hell, hope it brings you hell, hope it breaks the spell. When you hear my name, I hope it shakes your soul, because the one you try to bury now controls the road. When you see my fame, I hope you understand. You never broke me, you only built this man. The war is over, but the story tells. When you see my shadow, I hope it brings you hell. I hope it brings you hell. The fire you started became the light I carry. The enemy you created became the legend you remember.